Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Drone Wars. Here in front of us we can see the board. I don't think there's much to really say here. The Pirate Empire is still winning. However, the Federation is trying to make an effort to escape from most of the enemy fleets. We're just going to jump right in and see what each faction is going to do in this episode. Alright, so things are starting to pick up and things are going to be pretty interesting here. So the Federation, they've decided they've done enough building over here and they're going to start doing their expansion. So they've taken probably one of their weakest fleets here. Fleet 13, they've moved it up here to the grasslands. And just taken over one of the enemy colony worlds, turning it into a mining world right there. They're just going to start expanding down there, and they've also managed to reconnect their to the other parts of the Federation of here. So now it's got this continuous, almost continuous line here. The Federation, they're going to try to finish off one of their fleets here to try to defend their shipyard. So they've sent their pretty much their only fleet that's out here, I think. They've sent it down here to try finishing off the supercarrier and frigates that are here. And of course, they've got quite a bit of ships here, so they might be able to stand a chance, and they might be able to take out this fleet. So we're going to see if this is successful or not. Alright, we're on Partain once again for this battle. Over here you can see the remaining ships from the Pirate Empire's fleet. You can see their supercarrier survived, they have their frigates, and of course their fighters have regenerated, or at least the ones that were carried by the carrier. So there are 10 fighters on this side. Over on this side you can see the Federation is bringing in their own fleet of heavy-hitting ships. So they've got some corvettes that take care of fighters. They've got quite a bit of firepower with that carrier and the battleship. They've got cruiser for support, and they got a decent amount of fighters in back to also help out with taking care of the supercarrier. We're going to see if this battle is successful for the Federation. The odds seem to be somewhat even, so we're going to see if they can pull off a decent defense. I think that carrier might struggle with all the missiles over there, so it's going to need to get in close if it wants to avoid all of them. And the cruiser needs to do its best to defend the other ships. Otherwise, this is going to be a one-sided battle. Some collisions already. Nothing too major though. So you can see there's already shots going to take out all of these missiles, or trying to. It's doing their best, and some missiles did get through. But it's not enough to break the shields, so that's good. So now all these ships just need to close it. Yeah, all these ships just need to close the gap and just get closer as best they can. There's a lot of cannon fire and a lot of missiles coming in, so this is not looking too good here. I sure hope that cruiser up there does something to help shoot down all these missiles before it's too late. There's a lot of cannon fire coming over here. You can see all these torpedoes moving in. Oh, those are definitely going to hit. That's going to do a lot of damage. Luckily, it seems that not all of them are connected with their targets, so that's good. But the shields are down, so that's not good. All these other ships do need to close the gap and take out all these other ships as quickly as possible. The sooner they can take out the enemy ships, the better. There are a lot of missiles being fired over here. I guess that's mostly from all the fighters. All these ships are doing their best to do as much damage as possible. You can see these corvettes are taking a lot of damage as they're mostly on the front of the formation. Yep, this frigate's definitely become a target for the Federation's missiles. But it seems like the other Federation ships are also making a move, trying to get in closer. It seems like the supercarrier is trying to get up real close. And because of that, it's now going to be able to use its close-range weapons on the corvettes. A lot of cannon fire is going towards the supercarrier up there. Hopefully they can fire enough cannons to actually take out its shields. See, all those lasers are targeting the battleship down below, and that battleship is trying to move back and fire away everything it can. But now it's definitely switched targets. It's going to do its best to take out those shields. The carrier back there is also trying to do the same. You can see back here these corvettes are trying to keep their distance here, and they're going to fire away with everything they've got. Yeah, they're definitely trying to keep their distance, because those lasers are very dangerous. Yeah, this warrior battleship is definitely not happy about all those lasers, so it's trying to go up and out of the gravity so that way it won't lose too much of its thrust power. But even then, it seems like the supercarrier is trying to go up a bit more, just so that way it doesn't escape from its grasp. There's definitely a lot of exchange of cannon fire back and forth here. Seems like the Federation is definitely on the defensive here. All that railgun fire is definitely going to be really bad for the Federation here, as those are going to penetrate straight through the armor. This battleship is definitely feeling those hits. Just gonna need to fire more of this cannon if it wants to take out that that ship. Definitely a lot of hits here, but none of them are broken through the shield just about yet. Oh, it seems like the shields have just gone down, so now those cannon shots are going to do a lot more damage. With all that cannon fire, it might be enough to actually break off enough weapons and thrusters on this. He just needs to make sure that enough of these actually connects to be able to take out these weapons. Here comes a lot more cannon shells. It's definitely dodgy. Still trying to get in close. It looks like this carrier over here is struggling a little bit. It's trying to get a little bit of a broadside off on it. A lot of these cannon shells from the battleship over there are connecting, so that's good. I mean, it's not good for the super carrier, but it's good for the Federation here, because they might actually be able to take down this ship if they play it smart. See, there's a lot of cannon shots coming in. The front of the ship is definitely where it's the most armored. It seems like because it's trying to target the carrier back there, it's leaving its other sides vulnerable to the other ships that can do a lot more damage to the sides and back. You can see a lot of these railguns are coming off here. Yeah, these ships are definitely just exiting the planet's gravity at this point. Of course, that carrier is being a little bit sneaky, trying to avoid all these shots. There's a lot of cannon shells coming from behind, but this carrier is actively trying to dodge them now. And it is successfully dodging them for the most part. Seems like some of its weapons are switching targets, going after the other corvettes around. This carrier is not looking good, but it's still trying its best to fire with whatever it's got. Some hits have connected. Things are not looking good for the Baron over there. The Baron carrier. Seems like the carrier is starting to slow down a little bit, allowing the super carrier here to get closer. Down there, it seems like the battleship is trying to catch up as well. Oh, this is getting really close now. Now that this has gotten at very close range, that means the lasers are going to start firing away. But it also means the cannons are going to hit a lot easier as well. Seems like the railguns are going around trying to shoot off all these missiles here. In the meantime, the Baron over there is still trying to turn around to get a better shot. Oh. So now things have gone really close up, now that those lasers are firing away. But of course the Mjolnir is making a bit of a mistake here because it's exposing its bottom towards the carrier. So this is a good opportunity to get rid of a lot of those thrusters. Especially if this battle goes down towards the planet again. This is some very close combat here. It's definitely got some hits on some of those railguns on the side there, so that's good. There's still plenty. It's aiming towards the back here, trying to take out some of these railguns. Definitely getting some clean hits in. And these ships are kind of just dancing around here, starting to go down back towards the planet. At this point, this battle up in space has turned into a 1v1. The other ships down below are probably still fighting amongst each other. The Baron's still trying to get some clean hits on the thrusters here. Gone into very close range again. This definitely allows those cannon shots to get in closer. One of the lasers has been taken out. Still more shots I need to get getting close. Yeah, both of these ships are dangerously close at this point. It appears there are some shots coming from behind. It seems like backup has arrived. It might just be one of the corvettes, though. This ship has taken some significant damage, but it's still doing its hardest to try to stay alive here. Its frontal armor is very thick and proven to be a very formidable force here. It's really difficult to break through that frontal armor. You can see that some of these cannon shots haven't even penetrated through most of this armor. On the sides here it has, but not in the very, very front. Seems like the Mjolnir is switching targets here. Things are not looking good for the carrier down there. It's definitely taking a lot of hits. In fact, it's starting to sink here, which is not good. Yeah, it's lost a majority of its thrusters there. So it is falling very quickly. It's still going to do whatever it can to take out more of these thrusters on this super carrier. Because if it can take out enough of those thrusters, then this ship will fall down too. Another clean hit, taking out some more weaponry on this side. That burst has missed. It's going back into close range here. You can see some more atmospheric thrusters are being taken out. It's definitely aiming for the sides there. There are some hits that are going through here, aiming for power systems and thrusters. See, it's lost quite a few thrusters on that side, but it still has a decent amount. You can see that Corvette has now gone a bit closer, and that allows it to do some more damage. It's aiming towards the rear thrusters, which is a good thing. Yep, that Corvette's definitely closing the gap here, allowing it to do some more damage here. Yeah, that cruiser is falling very quickly. Yep, there goes the Corvette, or not Corvette, yeah, that carrier is gone, so now the ship is going to focus all those missiles, those sort of missiles that it has left. You can see there's still cannon fire in the distance over there from the battle. It's likely just from the frigates and battleship in the distance. This ship is going down, but it's still being very cautious. So while this is going on, we're just going to go ahead and observe the rest of the battle over here. You see this cruiser is still doing a pretty good job. You can see some corvettes here are not doing particularly great, but there are some decent shots going out here trying to take out the one of the frigates that's landed on the ground. You can see out here, you've got a frigate here. You got a frigate over there. I wonder where that battleship ended up at. Ah, yeah, it crashed to the ground. So that ship was completely eliminated. So yeah, things are not looking too good. That supercarrier is still pretty high up in the air, so its thrusters are still functional. But one lucky shot is all it takes to knock it out of the sky. Of course, if they can actually manage that shot to take out enough thrusters on it. In the meantime, it's just up to this cruiser to just take out these other ships. And if it can successfully do that, then maybe it can help out with taking out the supercarrier. Either that or that supercarrier is going to end up being one of the last ships here. It's definitely proven itself to be almost indestructible in this case. And of course, this cruiser is just being overly cautious, so it's not getting close enough to actually be able to use its weapons properly. I'll go ahead and just remove dead ships as I find them, so we're going to go ahead and check. That ship is still trying, somehow. Pretty sure this one's not flying anymore. That one's still flying, this one isn't. So with that, that means that these other frigates might switch targets. Either that, or they're going to get targeted by some of the other. It seems like the cruiser over here has now started switching its targets, going after one of the other frigates, which is a smart thing to do. All it needs to do is just knock these out of the sky. A lot of railgun fire is trying to take out those missiles. Quite a bit of exchange over here. Oh, that took out one of its point defenses, meaning that this ship is going to be a little bit easier to take out now. He just needs to aim more for those thrusters or keeping it upright. Seems like the super carrier down here has now decided to get up closer. It's going after the battleship down there, it seems. And that allows its cannons to actually do some damage here. A lot of explosions down there. That's not looking too good. That cruiser better hurry up on taking care of these frigates. Looks like that frigate is going down. There we go, another clean hit, allowing it to fall all the way down. And from the looks of it, it looks like this ship, is it still able to fly? It's definitely able to keep going up. So I'm not quite sure how much of that is gyro or thruster. Yeah, this ship is definitely not flying anymore. Alright, so that's another ship eliminated. That allows this cruiser to actually get in a little bit closer now. So we still have a hammerhead over here. This Mjolnir is still fighting. Yeah, that ship is very dead. This one's still in the air up here. ship is taking quite a bit of damage, but it's still able to fly. I'm going to go ahead and even out this frigate here, just to see if it's still flight capable. That'll at least speed up the battle a little bit. And while I'm at it, I might as well do a debris cleanup as well. This will just help the battle go along a bit faster, as things are not targeting debris anymore. There we go, things are a lot less laggy, and that means now all these ships are going to go around and switch targets. Seems like all these frigates are now going after a corvette over there. And of course the Mjolnir is still trying to take care of some debris over there. So that frigate's getting closer, and that's going to allow this ship to do some serious damage if it actually is able to get closer. I'll just teleport my character over here to load things a bit better. So this cruiser is definitely keeping its distance for now, but it's more or less just stalking its prey here. I think it's targeting a fighter, that's why. Yeah, it's definitely trying to take out that fighter. There we go, perfect shot. Of course that corvette's now falling down, but it has definitely done a pretty good service here taking care of that fighter. That means that now this ship can focus on taking care of the frigates, which have now also started to switch targets. Yeah, that fighter's been completely eliminated. Surprisingly, that corvette is still putting up a decent fight. This cruiser's going to need to get closer to its target if he wants to take him out. And he does need to be careful because that super carrier is still out there. Go, more cannons being eliminated. Of course, he shot through the armor, so his missile's going to do significantly more damage. Just needs to eliminate enough thrusters for this thing to fall. It definitely appears to be falling. Well, that's not good. Looks like the super carrier has found a new target. Now, of course, a lot of the armor has already been taken out, so that super carrier can do some, can take some hits at least. But it's really up to that cruiser to try taking down his ship somehow. He's going to have to play it really, really safe here. He's going to have to go back and try to take away as many thrusters as possible. I think that's the only way he'll be able to survive this. That super carrier is still trying to get closer. He just needs to aim straight through that armor and take out those thrusters. Oh, this is really bad. He's starting to aim some torpedoes in that ship's general direction. This is not good at all. That cruiser better use some evasive maneuvers here. Nope, those was definitely a hit. It's definitely not giving up yet. A lot of those laser weapons have been taken out, but it's still trying to get through the armor. It's almost gone through enough. There we go, some thrusters are starting to be taken out. Looks like the super carrier here is struggling to stay upright. He just needs to fire through a little bit more and take out more thrusters. Yeah, this ship is definitely going to touch the ground here. It seems like that cruiser might be interested in finishing off some of the other frigates first. Major hit. But overall it's doing fine. It's lost some of its hydrogen thrusters, but still has plenty more to go. That cruiser really needs to close the distance here, just to take out more of these ships. Seems like that frigate from earlier is really struggling to stay upright here. It's just lost a lot of its side thrust. So it's basically just spinning around here. And of course, while that super carrier is able to fly, it doesn't have the forward thrust to move towards its target. We just have to hope it doesn't fire more missiles. And of course, that cruiser is just very slowly moving towards its targets over there. Here we go, the ships have just gone within combat range of each other. This might give the cruiser the chance it needs to be able to finish off this frigate. Almost, but not quite. He really wants to finish off that frigate. He might also be targeting the other frigate. Finishing off that frigate would be enough. Oh, there's definitely some railgun exchange over here. Seems like the super carrier has just about gone close enough to get within combat range again. This cruiser definitely needs to be careful because that super carrier is coming in really quick. This is not looking good. Yep, he's gone within laser range. Oh, this is not good. He's going at full ramming speed here. Things are not looking good out here. Yeah, this ship needs to do whatever it can to finish off these frigates. Looks like this one here is just about falling. It's not quite out yet. It's barely capable of flight at this rate. This other frigate here is also a bit of a problem. And of course that supercarrier is also a massive problem in and of itself. This cruiser is just rushing in to see if they can finish off these other ships. Although I'm not sure if its AI has been eliminated or not. It does seem like it here, so it's going to be crashing down to the ground. No, it is still flight capable. Only just barely. Yep, that Federation cruiser has been eliminated. That means that 2 frigates and the supercarrier survived. So that means that the Pirate Empire has only lost a single frigate in this entire matchup here. You can see the supercarrier here is just going to charge in to finish off whatever's left of the cruiser. Or that frigate might crash into the ground there. Okay, well, that frigate's gone. And here comes the supercarrier. Well, that's one way to end the battle. Alright, following the Federation's failed attempt at taking out that pirate fleet, the Pirate Empire decided that with their final turns, well actually, the Federation had one last action left, so they just decided to build one fleet here just to kind of help defend this shipyard. But of course, the Pirate Empire has other ideas here. So they've decided to send one fleet down here to go and take over this world and turn it into a fortress world. That also prevents the Federation from escaping to the left. And of course they've taken their most powerful fleet so far. And they've moved it over here in preparation for, pushing the Federation to the right. And then with their last action, they've also taken over another Federation world. Let me try to remember which one it was. Yeah, they've taken over this one. So they've taken their fleet that was over there and they've moved it over to the left. And that reduces the Federation's income by quite a lot, as they're not going to be able to build much with their with what they have left. Things over here are not looking too good, as the Federation has really shrunken that down a lot. And the Federation, their only chances of expansion is down here, but they still have another fleet to deal with over there. And if they aren't careful, the other fleets that are already up here are going to move down this way to try to finish them off. There's only 2 shipyards that Federation can use, and that shipyard over there is in critical danger. I mean, it is surrounded on 3 sides. The shipyard down here is a little bit more safe for now, but there is another fleet down here that can push in this direction to try taking it out. So the Federation just needs to find a way to expand without getting the Pirate Empire on their tails here. That's about it for this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you guys want to join for Season 2, there is a link to the Discord in the description down below. Take care and have a great day. See ya.